Okay, so let's go to chapter 3 na tayo. Chapter 3 na tayo dito sa ating VA course. So we'll be talking about tools and technologies for VA. So ibig sabihin, this is very important chapter kasi nga magiging remote workers kayo. So you have to have good knowledge on technologies and tools and platforms. So isa na yun sa mga napag-aralan natin or which we are currently using is yung Slack, no? So later, after the end of the session, we'll also be working on the Google Workspace. So magsisend ako later ng links. After you take your quiz, magsisend ako ng link for the Google Sheet at saka sa Google Docs wherein you have to work collaboratively. So lahat kayo magkakaroon ng access doon, but you just have to find the name, your name, and then work on what is assigned for you. So, i-explain ko naman yan later, so don't worry. But first, let's take a look at the tools and technologies that a future VA or a VA should know how to use or at least have a knowledge about, no? Okay? So, syempre, ibig sabihin, kailangan maging tech savvy kayo, whether you like it or not. You cannot become a VA pag hindi kayo tech savvy, pag hindi kayo marunong ng mga technicalities. Alright? So, we have to have this because VAs are heavily reliant on tools and technologies including AI. So, kailangan alam natin, no? So, magkakaroon kayo dapat ng digital expertise, ibig sabihin, mastery of essential software and platforms. Okay, kagaya ng Slack, tsaka ng Google Workspace. Okay, hinati ko itong mga to into core categories. Ha? Hinati ko siya into core categories para madali nyo silang ma-identify. For example, the first category is ito yung mga core. Ito yung mga una, yung mga basic, kumaga, basic technologies that are needed by VAs in order to work effectively as a VA. Okay? So, syempre, kailangan meron tayong knowledge sa AI. So, gumamit kayo ng AI. Okay? Kasi kung hindi kayo marunong gumamit ng AI, hindi nila kayo i-hire. Okay? So, you should know how to use it kasi nakakatulong yan to make your work easy at mabilis for efficiency. Okay? So, you have to learn the art or the skill of giving prompt command to your artificial intelligence kasi it is gonna help you in your work. Not only that, ang AI ginagamit din yan sa mga lahat ng mga platforms nowadays. Meron na sila naka-embed ng mga AI. Kasama na yung Slack, no? So if you notice doon sa Slack, if you type slash, lalabas na yung Slack bot. Okay? So kahit sa ibang mga platforms, meron din yan sila. Okay? Sa ClickUp, they call it Brain. Sa Slack, they call it Slackbot. Okay? And most and not all ng mga platforms ay meron na silang integrated na AI. So you have to use them for your decision making and for repetitive task para maging mas mabilis yung work natin. Okay? We also have what we call as NLP or the natural language processing wherein the AI and the VA are gonna have an interaction. Tapos as time goes by, nagkakaroon na ng parang tao na rin yung kausap mo. Have you noticed that? Okay. Kasi nga nagkakaroon ng natural language processing. Nagre-respond na yung AI in both written and spoken languages. Okay? So, importante yon. Okay? Also, we have, syempre, machine learning. So, nangyayaring NLP because of machine learning. Ano yung machine learning? Ito yung, nung una mong ginamit si AI, naghahanap pa yan siya ng information. So as you use it, nag-feed ka ng information. And as time goes by, pag nag-reply sa'yo yan, i-include niya yung mga information na nag-gather niya from the first conversations. So hindi na niya kailangang ulit-ulitin yung prompt. Kasi pag tinanong mo na siya the first na pag nakita na niya yung algorithm ng gusto mo, ibibigay na niya the way you like it. So yun ang tinatawag na machine learning. Okay? So halimbawa, nung unang mga siguro mga after 3 months ago, meron kang binigyan na information sa AI, nakasave na yon. So if you're gonna ask something related to that, ibibigay niya din sa'yo yon from the previous. Okay? Yun ang tinatawag na machine learning. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng improvement sa visual tools at learning ng user interactions with the AI. Nagiging smarter na. Kasi sa una-una, medyo bobo pa akong sumagot ang AI, di ba? Ngayon, okay na. Kasi na-train. So, ang tawag dun is machine learning. Okay? So, other than that, we also have what we call as cloud computing. So, itong gagawin natin later, which is gagamit tayo ng Google Drive, wherein you're going to work on your Google Sheet tsaka Google Documents. Ito yung tinatawag na cloud computing. Ibig sabihin, hindi tayo nag-work into a single document na nasa laptop lang natin. We're gonna work on the cloud. Kumbaga doon tayo, pupunta tayo lahat doon sa cloud, which is the drive or the document or the sheet that we're going to share together and work collaboratively. Okay? Yun ang tinatawag na cloud computing. Doon tayo sa cloud, nakasave na, ng automatic na. Okay? Parang halimbawa sa Slack din, no? Whatever you put it din, nandun na yun sa cloud. Okay? Wala naman yan sa laptop nyo. Hindi naman siya nakasave sa laptop nyo. Lahat ng ina-upload nyo na andun na sa cloud. That's called cloud computing. Okay? So, bago tayo magpunta sa communication and collaboration tools, as I've said, the first category is yung core technologies, which is you have your AI. Okay? You have your machine learning, cloud computing. Ano pa yung nakasulat doon? Nagsusulat pa kayo?
NLP.
MLP na Natural Language Processing. Okay. Dito naman tayo sa categories ng mga tools and technologies for communication and collaboration. So ano itong mga technology na ginagamit naman for communication? Siyempre, meron tayong written communication, which is email and calendar management, no? So I have a small guide on how to send proper email din. Dapat marunong na kayo ng simpleng emailing, yeah. But we will have a little activity that I'll be giving you on how you're going to give rules on your emails na kapag naka-receive kayo ng email galing sa akin, dapat pupunta na sa folder ko. Pag naka-receive kayo ng email from your classmate, dapat pupunta siya sa folder ng classmate nyo, something like that. Okay? But part of communication and collaboration tools is emailing. Email and calendar management. Dapat marunong kayo gumamit mga yan. Video conferencing like Zoom, Teams, okay? MS Teams and Google Meet. Okay? Meron din tayong ClickUp. So in this chapter, meron akong nilagay na guide doon sa portal wherein you can just download the file and follow the prompt, follow the instructions that I have given, what to click. Madali lang naman yon. Okay? But you have to do that. Okay? And use it if you can kasi pag ginamit nyo, sa kanyo palang matututunan. Pag hindi nyo naman ginamit, hindi nyo matututunan. No? So you have to use it. Okay? So I have guide there on how you're going to use it. And also in your projects na isasubmit ninyo, you have to also use that para at least meron kayong project management software na alam gamitin. So other project management softwares are Asana, Trello, and ClickUp. I highly recommend that you try all of this. Okay? Then hanapin nyo kung saan kayo komportable. Although they also give almost all the same features. Pare-parehas lang din naman sila ng kanilang purpose, which is for project management, no? Ibig sabihin, there's calendar already, meron na ring task, and how you're going to identify your task, either it's urgent, important, high risk, etc. The impact also is there. Nandyan din yung to-do ninyo, okay? Ano na yung ongoing, ano yung tapos na. So, maraming options. The very good thing about it is you have a Kanban board wherein para siyang kung sa listahan ninyo, na ba may mga sticky notes, 'di ba? Pagtapos na ililipat mo na lang sa done, gano'n. So parang gano'n din siya pero it's soft copy. And yes, marami pa siyang ibang options and of course meron din siyang AI, no? So you have to use all of them. That's I am more comfortable with Asana, okay? At saka sa ClickUp. Kasi yung ClickUp ginamit ko yan nung nagma-masters ako. So mas comfortable pa rin ako sa ClickUp, although comfortable din naman ako sa Asana. So I hope you guys will also create your accounts there using your VA Gmail, ha? Huwag niyong palampasin. And in your free times, if you really want to do this job na maging VA, dapat alam niyong gamitin yung mga yan. Kasi there are some clients that meron silang particular platform na ginagamit. So halimbawa kung alam mo yung ClickUp, tapos ang ginagamit pala nila is Asana, no? So you have to know them. You have to know them. Although hindi naman sila mahirap aralin, you just have to spend time. Maximum lang 1 day yan, guys, kayang-kaya nyo yan. Okay? But what we're trying to say here is you have to exert effort. Okay? Alright, dito naman tayo sa productivity and automation. So, syempre, pagdating sa productivity, anong chine-check? Yung time, okay? Yung efficiency, yung effectiveness. Yan. So, gagamit tayo ng automation dito sa productivity para mas mabilis yung work. Okay, so yung una is task automation. Ibig sabihin, gagamit dito ng programming, no? But you don't really need to become a programmer. All you need to do is to learn the platform and how to manage yung workflow. At dapat naiintindihan nyo yung workflow para alam nyo gamitin to. But anyway, as I've said, the greatest teacher is experience. So you will never understand all this kung hindi nyo i-deep dive kahit ilang beses ko pa to explain sa inyo. So you have to really try to look at it, make your account on that, and then understand what we are trying to say here. So meron tayong tinatawag na Zapier. Okay? Ito yung platform na tinatawag na Zapier. Okay? So syempre, pag meron kayong pro account, iba yun pag nasa free account kayo. No? So all you have to do is to create a free trial account. So make sure na ika-cancel nyo yung subscription after you able to try it kasi baka magbabawas naman sa account nyo, sisihin nyo ako. Ma'am, nagbabawas pa rin yung ano, ganyan kayo sa akin. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, you create a free trial and then monitor your email, tas cancel your subscription once you are done with looking at the platform. Okay? So dito, it will reduce the manual workload. Okay? Ang halimbawa ko dito is what we call as IFT or IFTTT. I'm going to explain that later. Okay? So itong itsura ng interface. Ito yung itsura nung pag in-open nyo si Zapier, no? So first tatanungin kayo, it uses Copilot. This is an AI beta, as it's in here. So ilalagay nyo lang yung idea that you wanna do. Tapos meron kayong tinatawag na ZAPs, which are your automated workflow. Okay, so anong gagawin? So tatanungin ka niya. Then you're going to give the trigger, tapos action. Ano ibig sabihin? Sasabihin mo kay AI, pag ito nangyari, ito gusto ko mangyari. Ganon. Okay, so we have a trigger, then you have an action. Okay, so let's say for example, meron itong si client, meron siyang online shop. Okay, so ang pangalan ng meron siyang online shop, si Chris, meron siyang online shop. So gusto niya, you can see here on my right side, okay, dito sa right side, nakikita niyo tong, eto, here, okay? So meron siyang para siyang Shopify, it's called Samcart, no? Sabi niya, dito sa Samcart, ito yung workflow ha, in-explain ko yung workflow ng kanyang Zapier account. So gusto niya, gagawin daw ni AI is that pipili siya, may new lead, ibig sabihin may bagong customer, may new order, may refund, may subscription. Itong mga to are the common things that happens on a daily basis. Diba? Pwede kang magkaroon ng new customer, pwede kang magkaroon ng new order, pwedeng may nagpapa-refund. So ito yung mga pwedeng mangyari. So search events, you can just, wala na kayo gagawing iisipin niya, actually, hanapin nyo na laang. For example, here, ano yung example niya? Gusto niya, may new order. Pag may new order daw, anong mangyayari? So, he wants to automate the processing of pag may umorder. Hindi na niya kailangang i-message si customer, tatanungin si customer ilang piraso, etc. So, nandito na lahat. All he needs to do is to give the order to the AI. Diba? Para hindi na siya paulit-ulit na bumabalik doon sa website niya at chine-check kung anong gagawin niya para maasikaso yung customer. All he needs to do is to give the prompt to the AI. So for example here, okay, dito sa kanan makikita nyo nandyan yung kanyang mga trigger at saka action that he can choose. Okay, so pinapakita ko din dito sa left side itong mga apps. So it says here that nandyan na yung mga ibang apps na pwede nyo palang i-integrate. So he can bring all his Buffer, his QuickBooks, Trello, Slack dyan, yung kanyang Gmail and Google. Everything is also integrated here. Pwede rin yon. So kumbaga, ito kasi mga apps natin ay mga separate apps yan, di ba? So ang ginagawa nila is now they can put it all together in one, into one platform. Kaya siya tinatawag na integration. Okay? So say let's say for example, ang trigger niya is may new order. Anong gagawin ni Zapier? So sinabi niya kay Zapier, pag may new order, gusto ko i-issuehan mo siya ng voucher, ganon. So or sendan mo siya ng invoice, ganyan. So halimbawa pa kayo pag magsisend kayo ng order nyo sa Temu, kay sa Shein, or siguro nag-shop kayo sa Centerpoint or whatever, no? Or sa Max. O, nasubukan nyo naman siguro nag-online shopping na, no? Lahat naman tayo. So, once you click on your payment, pag nakapagbayad na kayo, automatic yan na nakaka-receive kayo sa inyong email ng invoice or ng receipt. So, yun. Gamit doon is AI yun. Ang tawag doon is either they're using Zapier or meron silang tinatawag na IFTTT. Ano ba to? Ibig sabihin, if this, then that. Ibig sabihin, kung may trigger, halimbawa new order, anong gagawin ni bot, ni AI? Okay? Ano naman ang gagawin niya pag may nagpa-cancel? Ano naman? So, kayo nagbibigay niyan. Ibibigay nyo lang yung order sa AI. Halimbawa, another example, if halimbawa, gusto ko mag-post sa aking Instagram, sasabihin ko kay Zapier, pag nag-post ako sa Instagram, kailangan yung pinost ko, magdidiretso na siyang ma-save sa Dropbox. Ayan. So, para pag kailangan ko ulit yung picture, pupunta ko na lang sa Dropbox. So, hindi na kailangan kagaya sa atin yung mano-mano na gagawin mo yung content, tapos i-upload mo sa halimbawa sa Instagram, tapos after that, i-upload mo din doon sa drive mo. Halimbawa sa Dropbox or sa Google Drive. So, mano-mano yun. But if you're going to have AI, automatic na yun. Pag nilagay mo na siya sa trigger action, workflow, na kapag alam na ng Zapier or ng AI or ng robot na pag nag-post ka, automatic na niya yung isi-save doon sa drive. Okay? That's called automation. Ha? Ano pa? Meron din tayong document management wherein you have your Google Drive, Dropbox, and OneDrive. Ito lahat to ay mga sharing and real-time collaboration which we are going to do later at the end of the session for today. Okay? Cloud computing din ang tawag doon. Pag-manage ng documents. Okay. Ngayon, pag halimbawa, just in case, in the future, pag ma-hire na kayo na VA, tatanungin kayo, how do you monitor your to-do lists? So, anong sasabihin nyo? How do you monitor your to-do list? Tinatanong kayo, paano nyo sinusulat yung mga to-do list ninyo for the day? Anong isasagot nyo? Ha?
Put in the reminder na.
Okay. So anong klaseng reminder ang ginagamit niyo? Anong tool?
We can use Slack to have a reminder.
Yeah. Pwede din naman sabi niyo, I use organizational tools like ganon. Okay? Pwedeng Slack, Evernote, Notion, Microsoft OneNote, ganyan. Okay? Google Keep. Try niyo yung mga yan. Okay? Notion is also very good. Try nyo yung Notion, ha? So, puntahan nyo yung Notion. Type nyo lang sa Google later, Notion, and then you create your account using your VA Gmail. Okay? And try it. Try as much as you can. Para kung yun yung ginagamit ng client nyo, madali na lang kayo mag-usap. Hindi mo na kayo mag-explain. Or syempre, as for me, I'd say, I still use traditional pen and paper. Meron pa rin akong sticky notes. Yeah. Kasi kung minsan kung na lowbat ka na, tapos wala ka ng access doon sa mga soft copies ng to-do list mo, edi patay tayo dyan. So you should still have something like a backup. No? Para at least meron pa rin kayong listahan dyan. So I still use pen and paper as for me actually. Okay. Yun yung mga organizational tools. Okay. Ang pro tip ko sa inyo, once you're able to see and maneuver all these platforms, try to master one. Okay? Kailangan kumbaga, alam nyo lahat or marami kayong alam ng mga platforms, pero try to master one. Okay? Kasi mas importante yung breadth. Ibig sabihin, yung mas importante yung deep knowledge ninyo about something kaysa yung lawak ng alam nyo. Mas maganda yung lalim. Okay? If you know what I'm trying to say. Okay? Alright. So meron tayong categories. Going back to that, meron tayong categories. The third one is AI-powered virtual assistant softwares. Okay. So meron tayo dito tinatawag na IBM Watson Assistant. So ito, meron siyang AI din, which offers automation of workflows. Okay, mga workflow natin sa araw-araw. And they also work same like other AIs like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Gemini. No? So, parang rin siyang Zapier. Okay, meron din tayong tinatawag ng mga consumer AI assistants like Siri, o kaya naman Google Assistant, Amazon, Alexa, at saka syempre, meron din Cortana, okay, at saka marami pang iba. Iba-ibang tawag nila. Okay, so depende sa platform. So, Ang benefit niyan, syempre, pag may AI, magkakaroon tayo ng automation ng scheduling natin. Actually, pag ginamit nyo rin ng ClickUp, or pag sa Slack din, pag meron kayong nilalagay doon, pag nagko-comment kayo doon, nakaka-receive din ako ng email. Di ko lang alam sa inyo if dina-activate nyo or naka-activate pa rin. Pag nagko-comment ako doon sa mga sinasubmit nyo, I'm sure nakaka-receive kayo ng email kasi by default yon. So yun, naka-automate na. So kahit hindi ko binuksan yung Slack, alam kong nagko-comment kayo doon kasi nakaka-receive ako ng notification sa email. Okay? Yan. Matic na yon. Kumbaga. Okay. Now, one important thing that you have to consider as well is yung inyong security and privacy. This is very important. Okay? Importante to kasi syempre, meron tayong tinatawag ngayon ng mga hackers, di ba? At bakit sila nangahack? Para makakuha ng information. So that's why you have to secure your information. Kasama na dyan yung username and passwords nyo. Okay? So all the time you have to make sure that you think about security and privacy. Lagi niyong isipin yung security and privacy ninyo. Kung ilalagay ko ba ito, is this secure? Ganon, ha? So lagi kayong dapat nag-iisip about security and privacy. So good thing is in the European Union, meron tayong tinatawag na GDPR, okay, or General Data Protection Regulation. Okay? Sa Pilipinas, meron naman din tayo. Meron din naman tayong regulations that helps in security and privacy. Yan. Sa 15 Congress, sa ating Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, meron din yan. No? So, meron tayong mga batas to protect our privacy. So, pag na-compromise, pwede nyo siyang igawa ng legal action. Yun ang ibig sabihin. Okay? So, itong mga tools na to help us are, for example, we have virtual private networks. Have you heard of NordVPN? O kaya ExpressVPN. Yan. Yung mga yan ay mga nakakatulong para ma-protect yung privacy. Kasi every time you go to a platform or a website, meron tayong tinatawag na mga bakas. Ang tawag doon, digital footprint. O kaya naman kung minsan sinasabi nila cookies. Ibig sabihin nun, yung mga traces na naiiwan pag nagpupunta kayo doon. Ibig sabihin, yung IP address ninyo, nakikita nila. Parang kayo pag naglalagin kayo sa portal natin, nakikita ko yung IP address ninyo, which tells you your location, by the way. Tapos, they can see also your gadget. Okay, alam nila anong klase ng device meron kayo. So, those are like parang by default makikita na talaga yun. No? Minsan nakukuha yung email address nyo. Okay? Kaya nga pag nag-open ka ng website,
yung cookies.
yes. So kaya nga kung minsan nakaka-receive ka ng mga emails na hindi ka naman nag-subscribe doon kasi nga baka meron ka napuntahan na website na nag-accept ka. Di ba sabi niya, we value your privacy, blah, blah, blah. Tapos i-accept mo daw siya or reject all. Kung in-accept mo all, ibig sabihin, you are allowing them to take all your, kumbaga kumakain ka ng cookies, kasi nagpunta ka sa website, parang kumakain ka ng cookies, tapos biglang may mga nalaglag na mga bread, nalaglag na mga crumbs. Yung mga crumbs na yun ay yung mga information about you. So, yun yung tinatanong nila kung pwede bang kunin namin yun or hindi. Pag sinabi mo accept all, kukunin nila yun, which is your URL, your information, your name, your address, email address, okay, ano yung preference mo, yung social media account. Kasi yung email address mo nakakonect naman sa social media mo yan. So, it's automatic. So, halimbawa, pag may nilike kayo dyan sa social media, sa Facebook, automatic yan lalabas na rin yan dyan sa feed mo, sa ibang social media mo. Okay? Kasi nga, nakakonect yung email address mo doon sa lahat ng social media mo. Okay, meron din mga tools like LastPass and 1Password that helps in saving or securing passwords that are strong, no? Pero hindi ko ginagamit yan. Okay, but I also use two-factor authentication. Gumagamit ba kayo ng 2FA? Ibig sabihin nito, before na ma-access yung email ninyo or whatever, meron tayong tinatawag yung 2FA, importante i-activate nyo to lagi. Para hindi basta-bastang ma-open yung inyong mga accounts. Okay? We also have time tracking and billing software which we are going to do pag nasa last part na kayo ng inyong course. Kailangan yung mag-submit ng mga project ninyo and you have to use the platform which is yung app natin which is the Hubstaff. kung saan makikita ko yung logging in ninyo, ilang oras kayo nag-Google doon. You have to spend 12.5 hours for your OJT, kung saan gagawin ninyo yung mga project. Ito yung sa last month ng inyong course. And you have to log into our app, which is the Hubstaff. Okay? And it will track your time at saka yung billing, kung ilang dollars ang babayaran sa inyo. Okay? Ang sinet ko na ano doon is $1 per hour by default, para lang magkaroon tayo ng exercise on how you'll be paid. Okay? So, meron ding mga ibang platforms like Toggle, Hill Harvest, at saka Clockify. Okay, yan din. Ganon din ang purpose ng mga yan. Tumutulong sila to monitor yung inyong productivity, tas babayaran kayo according to that. Sabi ko nga, ito yung gagamitin natin sa 4th month ng inyong course, kung saan magsasubmit na kayo ng inyong mga projects. We call it the OJT. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng account here, tapos makikita ko yung mga i-open ninyo during the working hours. Halimbawa, ang schedule nyo is every Sunday, right? So, makikita ko yung screens niyo kasi isi-save ng app yung mga screens ninyo. Every 2 minutes, magsi-screenshot siya ng mga 2 or 3. So, makikita ng client kung nagtatrabaho kayo during the working hours or nag-YouTube lang or nagso-social media lang. Okay? Unless it's part of your job. Halimbawa, kung digital marketer ka naman, syempre, kailangan mo bubuksan ng social media. But then, it will still show yung screen ninyo. And take note, pag nag-pause yung galaw ng mouse ninyo, nagpo-pause din yung productivity. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi ni client na hindi ko babayaran yung mga nasa less than 60% na productivity rate mo, ibig sabihin, gusto niya lagi kang active. So, the average is 95 here, as you can see. And makikita nakalagay din yung work time, 4 hours, 53 minutes. Ganyan. Okay, so ito yung gagamitin natin na platform later, yung Hubstaff. Okay? Ginagamit natin yun so we can record all billable hours using your dedicated time tracking software for project categorization. Mag-generate din tayo ng reports, yung mga timesheets ninyo, so hindi ko na kailangang mamano-mano na ililista ko pa dito yung anong oras ka nag-start, anong oras ka na, kasi nandun na lahat. Anong oras ka nag-log in na nag-log out, nandyan na lahat. At syempre, we can create invoices. Ibig sabihin, pwede natin gawa ng resibo. At yun ang babayaran only ng client kung anong di-generate ng software. Okay? So, madali ang work ng remote client kasi meron silang mga tools na like this. Okay, what are the emerging trends and future technologies naman? We all have now yung AI-powered chatbots, which is very, very common nowadays na. And immersive collaboration, ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon na sila ng parang mga meeting spaces na mas madali na lang. So, almost all platforms meron na ring video conferencing. Pati nga sa Slack, di ba? If you remember, meron akong pa-activity sa inyo that you have to try the huddle button. O, pwede rin yun. No? So, you can also use that one actually. Pero since we are on a trial account, hindi na yun mag-work after some time. At yung mga sinubmit nyo sa akin, it will only be there for 90 days. After 90 days, hindi ko na yun ma-access, ma-archive na. Kasi naka-free account tayo. So, okay, kaya kung may pinapasubmit ako sa inyo, submit nyo na, huwag nyo nang pantayin ng 3 months. 3 months lang yung course nyo. Tapos sabi nyo, ma'am, sinubmit ko na po ito. Tapos hindi ko na pala makita kasi lampas 90 days na nung last na sinubmit mo sa akin. Okay? So, once you are, hindi ko na yun mababackread. It means I cannot access it anymore. Sadyang mawawala siya doon. Kahit sasabihin mo, senda mo pa ako ng screenshot, hindi ko pa rin makikita yun kasi yun ang policy nila. Okay? Lalo na pag hindi tayo nagbayad ng cloud kasi yun ang binabayaran natin doon yung cloud access, no? So ngayon, integrated na lahat doon, pwede natin ilagay yung Google natin doon, yung calendar natin doon, yung email doon, 'di ba? Pero hindi na ako nag-go into that kasi pwedeng gawin yan sa iba pang mga apps, okay? Hindi tayo dapat nagpo-focus lang sa iisa. Alright? So, syempre, practical training pa rin, kailangan nyo pa rin gawin because the best teacher is experience. Mag-develop kayo ng self-awareness ninyo sa mga passwords ninyo. Okay? Very important. Now, let's take a short quiz, review quiz bago kayo mag-quiz later para naman hindi kayo ma-zero. Okay? So, Q&A muna tayo. Which of the following is a key foundation of remote work?
Cloud computing.
Okay, answer is cloud computing. Okay, next, which tool is recommended for email and calendar management?
Evernote.
May email
Evernote.
siya, may calendar siya. Yung Evernote,
Outlook.
yun.
Microsoft Outlook.
Microsoft Outlook.
Microsoft Outlook.
What is the key advantage of using integrated time tracking and invoicing tools kagaya ng HubSpot?
What is the key advantage of
Yung
using
sagot ay nandun na sa tanong. Time tracking and invoicing tools. Ano daw ang key
Mm.
advantage?
You automatically
Generate invoices from
Yun.
track time.
Okay, alright. According to the lesson natin, what should a VA do to future-proof their career? Sa future daw, paano kayo magiging secure?
Explore.
Explore emerging
technologies.
technologies regularly.
Okay. Next, what is the main purpose of using project management software like ClickUp,
Track
Trello?
tasks.
To track tasks,
To track
deadlines,
and
and
team
team collaboration.
Yes, to track deadline team collaboration. Which emerging trend involves conversational agents? Conversational agents daw, may mga sumasagot ng mga agent, lalo na sa customer service.
AI-powered
AI-powered
agent.
chatbots.
Powered chatbots.
Yes, AI-powered chat.
AI-powered chat.
May sumasagot dyan na chatbot. Okay. Which technology allows VAs to understand and respond to human language?
Machine learning.
NLP.
Natural language processing.
Natural
Language
Machine
processing.
learning.
Natural
language.
Language
human
processing.
language is natural language, diba? NLP. What is the primary benefit of using AI in VA?
Automatic repetition tasks and improving decision making.
Automated repetitive task, yun yung gamit doon. Para hindi tayo paulit-ulit. What does immersive collaboration technology include? Immersive technology collaboration. Para ngayon, ginagawa natin.
Virtual reality
meeting
Virtual
spaces.
reality meeting
Okay.
spaces.
Virtual reality meeting spaces like right now.
Immersive
Which
collaboration.
category of tools, tinatanong yung category, which category of tools includes Google Drive and Dropbox?
Document management tools. Communication.
Okay, they are document management tools. Okay, next,
Category
what
tools.
is the role of password managers like LastPass?
Store and generate
strong password securely.
Store and generate strong passwords securely. Which of the following is listed as a productivity and automation tool? Productivity and automation.
Notion.
Notion.
Automation.
Notion.
Yeah. Okay, Notion. Next, which tool helps create encrypted connections on public network? Pag encrypted, ibig sabihin parang naka-secure. Okay?
NordVPN.
Yeah, that's right. What is the recommended approach when starting with VA tools? Ano daw yung
Master one tool.
From
each category.
first.
Mga categories tayo dyan, di ba? So, ima-master nyo lahat yun. Dinivide ko siya in categories. So, at least mag-master kayo ng isa. Okay, which of the following is a benefit of two-factor authentication or 2FA?
Reduce risk of unauthorized
access.
Right. Okay, very good. Next, what is a key advantage of using integrated time tracking and invoicing tools?
They automatically generate invoices from track time.
Yeah, yung third one ang sagot. Okay, which tool can connect apps and automate workflows without coding? Hindi nyo na daw kailangan maging programmer kasi i-click mo na lang yung
Zapier.
Yes, click mo na lang yung trigger tapos it will generate the action. You identify the action. That's Zapier. Okay, so guys, I want you to take the quiz on the portal for 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes and then I will send you the Google document sheet, okay, and guide. All right, so take nyo muna yung quiz. Pagtapos nyo na yung quiz, I will check the results. Then I will be sending the link dyan sa group chat so you can start working on the Google Sheet tsaka yung Google Docs natin. Okay, so tapusin nyo na muna yung quiz para hindi tayo matambakan. Let's use the time. So, please,
Miss Asia,
yes,
kapag
go.
natapos ko na po yung quiz, mag-quiz ulit ako. Kahapon.
Nag-quiz ka na kahapon?
Apo.
Okay, check the result muna ha.